from the capsule. I just want to appreciate you guys for checking in. I'm about to have my first meal of the day. It's gonna be a protein shake. Hit the gym. Today's my usual day off from the shop. I usually have like the middle of the week off. I used to have to take care of my son on these days. It wasn't as easy for me to shoot lives in the middle of the day and or get stuff done and or go to the gym like I just did. I just went to the gym, went to the YMCA, which is pretty local to me, right across the street from my daughter's school, and got it in, man. Got a good workout in. Hit the sauna for like 12 minutes or so, and I'm feeling great, man. I haven't eaten anything yet. I had a pre-workout right before I went to the gym, but I'm about to crush this protein shake. This one particularly, man, I don't know how this goes about like if you get waived or flagged for saying a brand name um on your lives and stuff. So I'm just gonna not do that because I'm not clear cut on the guidelines. But this particular protein shake, all the protein shakes that I ever get, I joke about this, and I'm not cheap with so many things. I'm not cheap with that many things. But that's one of the things that I just don't care what brand it is. I just want protein. So when I go into any of these places that sell supplements where I can get protein and vitamins and creatine and all that other stuff, um, I get the cheapest one. What's on sale? Whatever's on sale, I'll take that. You know what I mean? Because I'm just trying to get the protein intake. I don't care for the taste. Even the ones that are like, great, oh, this tastes amazing, they all suck. So, anyways, today's video, I kind of went off on a tangent right there. I'm feeling really good. I probably got a lot of good blood flow going on. Today's video and live stream is going to be about me breaking down how I came about doing my buddy Steve Courier's stomach tattoo, and how I went through a whole bunch of different elements, styles. Me and him went back and forth about what we wanted to do. He didn't know what he wanted. He just kind of wanted the space filled with something cool. And I'm grateful and lucky enough to have people that I work with that believe in my vision and let me kind of get creative with it. So on my iPad, I am going to kind of show you guys. I'm going to go to the file. I'm going to go on Procreate. I'm going to go to the file, and I'm going to show you the finished tattoo, right? I'm going to tell you the finished tattoo. This is what we did on the stomach. And then after that, I'm going to show you like everything we kind of, there's a way for me to, I want to say like give like a live replay of his file on Procreate, where it's going to give you like boom, like a time lapse, bang. I'm going to put the iPad up to the screen. It's going to give you a time lapse, boom, boom, of everything that I kind of went through. And I want to give a big shout out to JR. JR is a friend and client of mine. I tattooed him and his wife. He's like a master in Taekwondo or some sort of karate, like right to the roots. Correct me if I'm wrong, JR. You can drop it in the comments. I'm sorry, man. I know it's like shiitake karate. He gave me a shirt. He's offered to give me a couple of classes, and I'm interested. I just, I've never made the time for it. Definitely my own fault. But yeah, JR, thank you. He was asking me about my YouTube channel and like what my strategies are, and or do I have a time of when I go on or anything like that. And I just kind of told him I freeball it. I know everything should be strategized and or I should be on a specific time and or schedule so people can always chime in. But it just kind of changed for me, this whole dynamic of how interacting online. Before I was just like drawing out of a prompt book, and I like that. I do like doing that, but I feel like I provide more value, and this is still entertaining to some degree because I'm just speaking and I'm spitballing. I have no script that I'm going off of, hence the live, I guess. And this kind of helps me because as I'm telling you guys what I did, how I did it, and everything, it's solidifying that thought process for me and kind of connecting those neurons and just making it strong and making me know things a lot better. I found that me drawing out of the prompt book, especially for the second time around, these were the ones that I was drawing out of. It's called 200 drawing prompts, and and they're just like little drawings, and it kind of gives you what it wants you to draw, and pretty cool stuff. You know, I get to draw different ways, different characters, you know, thumbnails and stuff like that. And that's also, you know, very helpful for me, like exploring ideas and things like that. This was a really cool one, like just rad, just like different, you know what I mean? Different cool sketchbook stuff, totem pole or whatever. But then I got I ended up getting the same one again. You know what I mean? It was the same 200 drawing prompts. So I kind of went through that one and I found, the loss of motivation, and there was still a few empty pages, but for the most part it was filled. And then I did, I got the same one again. So then, then I go and I'm like, I'm drawing again. And it's just, it's just very, it asked me for, you can see here, polka dot tie, polka dot bow tie, bang. And then I just draw like a polka dot bow tie the best way I can. And that was pretty cool. And I had it like structured. I don't know if you guys have if you guys ever want to go down that rabbit hole and kind of give me some feedback, drop some comments, feel free to like and subscribe. It helps with YouTube push me out to the algorithm. I hear many creators say that. I'm going to continue to say that because I believe that that's the truth. It's only going to work if I work it, right? So then, so let's go back to that. And kind of going back, and this is showing how everything is like a collaborative process. Everything is very collaborative with particularly design choice and tattooing. And you're doing something on someone forever, right? Like the objective is to do a very, very good job. So then they never have to worry about, do I have to redo this? Do I have to retouch this up? Is this horrible? Am I gonna have to get this covered up? Am I gonna have to get this lasered off? That's, surgery style. I'm not a surgeon, but it's surgery style. It's like, you get one shot at this. You do a shitty job, guess what? They got a shitty area on their body. So there's something to be said about that. And people that take that seriously, take tattooing seriously, and take art and just development and continually growing and being the best you can and actually being honest with the public and the people that you're bonding with, that becomes real. And it becomes something that you think about all the time. And even when you do a great job, I'm looking at my work and thinking about how can I do it better? How can I have been more efficient? How can this be better? And that's just me being honest. You're gonna have people that are gonna float their own boat, and that's all cool and dandy. And you know what I think about those people? They're freaking clowns. I'll be honest, because if I can see it, you can see it. You know what I mean? If I can see the flaws and you can see something that's better and you should be achieving something else, and you try to paint this picture to yourself, lie to yourself that you have reached the pinnacle, payaso land. Those that mess with me know what that is. You know what I mean? And that's okay. And if you want to be the guy that doesn't think in those terms and doesn't like lose sleep about not doing a good job, then that's fine. But don't brag about it, because I'm probably not going to say anything because I don't want like a confrontation. But I know, and I'm hoping that as the floodgates of all this information and it reaches the masses, it has, with the all the broadcasted channels, Miami Ink and Ink Master and what was the other one, Best Ink or something like that. People know what's good. So if you're not doing good stuff, you won't be around for long. So bang, let me take a big swing of this thing. Damn. Not that bad. This time, I guess I'm extremely hungry, right? So, like I said, I'm going to show you guys first. It's going to be about a 30-minute live. So anybody that's chimed in, I appreciate you guys very much. Please like and subscribe. Leave some comments in the chat. I'm going to go down this rabbit hole on my iPad really quickly and show you guys what I did, right? Ratata, ratata, ratata. How was everybody's holiday? How was Thanksgiving for everybody? Did everybody enjoy that? Did they have a great time? I'm very thankful for everything I do have. This is kind of late on that post, but I'm just circling back to being honest, and that I am like pretty grateful for kind of everything I got going on, and family, and trying to stay healthy, trying to keep the vibrancy, in my step, I would imagine, is what I'm looking for. So bang, guys. So this is the piece. I really like this piece. I really do. This was really cool. So I ended up doing that, which was like a payasa girl, you know. It was a girl holding a drama mask, and just like laugh now, cry later kind of thing, seduction now, laugh later kind of thing, and that kind of just filled his whole stomach. That right there is his whole stomach, and that's his belly button. All right, if you guys can see that. So yeah, I really like that tattoo. I really like that tattoo. And still to say, you know what I mean? And Steve, if you watch this, I'll probably send you the link or whatever the case may be. I can always do it better. I feel like I can always improve on it. It was great. And I like how all the smoothness, like a lot of the tones, you see a little bit of this red because we did it in 2 sessions. I'm going to show you guys what we got done in the first session. That's going to be pretty interesting too, and show you guys that it's not like, hey, it's not like you just sit down and you eat a steak dinner and then you have like this big tattoo. It doesn't work that way. You kind of got to go through it. You got to pay the price of being able to sit there for many hours, kind of go into your zone and or chat with the artist, however you see fit or however it gets you through your sessions. And no matter if you do like numbing pain or not, you're gonna feel pain regardless, and it's gonna be for an elongated amount of time, and that's kind of the price that you have to pay. You have to let go, you have to find Zen, and you have to deal with the pain to get to the other side. A lot of things in life are like that. But yeah, just showing you guys that, man. That was a tattoo that I did on a good buddy of mine. I've been tattooing this guy for a very long time as well. And then I'm gonna go back now to the picture of what we got done in the first session. Okay, so then we'll run that down. So we'll go with what I got done in the first session, what the final tattoo looks like, and then I'm gonna go into what's going on, Jay Yesh. Happy to have you in the chat. And then I'm gonna go to the file and have you guys look at how I came to have that done. So boom. So our first session, this is as much as we got done. That was our first session. First session, I placed the stencil. I did, I kind of, if you can see, there is some lines and some black in here. So this is kind of, I just did this just to kind of lock everything in. And then I started shading, you can see on this part, this side, I kind of did all of that and kind of blocked in a lot of this on our first session. So yeah, so we did that, and then I'm gonna go back now and show you guys the finished tattoo. Right, I have a healed one too. I have a healed one. I'm gonna lock that in there as well. And I appreciate everybody chiming in. I want to say there was a time when there was almost 20 people in here or something like that, which is crazy. I think that's the most I've ever had. Check out your boy. Check out the cameo. I want to say I was that was me in Costa Rica tattooing at a convention. I want to say that was me. Hey, hello, where am I located? I'm located in Florida. I live in Southwest Florida. Tattoo in Sarasota. It's an up and coming area. It's pretty popping. I'm gonna be honest with you. I find to be very lucky to be living here right now. And just from me looking and in the state of affairs that everything is in, seems like we're pretty lucky to be where we're at. You know what I mean? As far as just everything kind of political, and then financial situations that are happening across the United States. But I'm just babbling on what I hear on the news. When I see what's on the news and everything that's going on, and then I kind of compare it to what we have going on here, a little bit different, but I think it's just we're just lucky where we are geographically. We're kind of in that special spot that has like a really rich draw to it, and there's a lot of people that circle this area, whether it be tourists, whether it be people moving here from different parts of the country. Um, and it's just one of those places that hasn't exploded yet. I would imagine that this was what Miami was. I don't know, maybe 30 years ago or something like that. So it's there. Miami's overly crowded, overly saturated in every market. It is fun. That is the places where you're gonna kind of see the things that are bigger than life. But with that comes the work and all the grind that's bigger than life and all that other stuff. If you ask me. So guys, I hope you guys like that. That was, like I said, my favorite tattoo that I've done lately. Boom. And then, hey, check this out. Check this out. Check this out. So it kind of goes up on us, the video. Bang. So bang. Guys, yeah, man, I really enjoyed working on that project. So now let's go to the healed one. Well, no, or not. Drop it in the chat. Well, that looks really nice. Thank you very much. I appreciate you, Saucy 9117. I'm located in Florida again. So what would you guys rather see? Would you guys rather see the healed tattoo first or the play out of how I got to the design? I'm gonna give you guys a couple of seconds and see if you guys drop some love in the chat and kind of chime in for me. And I'm gonna finish up this protein shake. We're at minute 16:55, so 17 minutes, probably another 13 minutes or so. I'm gonna go take care of a couple of things around the house. I invited my wife out to lunch because overall counting all sessions, how long did it take? You want to see it healed? Saucy 9117. It took, I want to say the first session took 4 hours, and then like maybe another 4 hours or so, 3 hours. So anywhere between 7 and 8 hours, I want to say it took to get the whole thing done. And then I'm gonna show you. I kind of worked on some of the, he on his pet. So that was here. That he kind of wanted this filled. So we did some more work on that. But while I did that, I have the picture of the healed version of the payasa girl. Payasa girl. That's how I be talking to my daughter. I be like, "What's up, girl?" Super cool. Super cool. Cha-cha. Chacho. Chacho. Boom. So this is it. Healed and hairy, as we call it in the business. So that right there, you can see that the hair is kind of grown over it. And I shaved a little bit of this as I was gonna be working on like all this filler work that I did. So that's it healed. And like I said, I really like how smooth these grays are. Like how they go from like that dark and then they kind of blend out really nice, right there, blends out really nice. Those are like the things that I'm looking at, like the subtlety within the shades that kind of give it that shape, that give that little loop right there on top of this cheekbone. The richness in the black in the mouth and in the eyes and in the cavities. That's what I'm looking for. Those are the things that are going to make your stuff stand out. And I was actually listening to someone, because like I said, I never stop learning. I am so 100% Black and Gray Old School is the best in my opinion. Great work, bro. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yeah, Black and Gray, I'm the same. I got a little bit of color work on myself, but I just feel like Black and Gray work is timeless. If it's done really well, you'll be able to look at that in 10 years and be like, man, that's a great tattoo. I freaking love it. Because it all ages in the same decadence. You know what I mean? The black, even if the black fades a little bit, the lightest tones are gonna fade as well. So it kind of all fades at the same time, as opposed with color. Different colors fade at different times, depending on how much you are out in the sun. The sun does to us and to our skin the same thing it does to cars. I tell people all the time, we live in Florida, very, very sunny state. We have a lot of sun, a lot of heat, a lot of dew in the morning, moisture. And I tell people, I'm like, hey, you don't have to do much. Grab a car, put it in your front lawn. Don't do anything to it. Just leave it there. See what happens. Hey, don't do anything. Just leave it there. See what the elements do to it. Just between the sun, the heat, the evaporation of that dew, that paint's gone, dude. So think about that. If you have your tattoos exposed in the sun all the time, the sun is consistently breaking down that ink. You know, so and I can tell. You can tell when you're dealing with tattooing and skin, and people come in and you get to touch on them for crazy amounts of time. You get to tell when it's just like, oh man, you worship the sun, huh? And it's that gift and the curse, dude. It's the gift and the curse. Like a lot of things in life, excessive hydration will kill you. Excess sun is great for you. You know what I mean? It provides so many vitamins and so many nutrients, and you just feel so much better when you're exposed to the sun. But it's that fine line between really going and getting what you need from it and enjoying it, and the overexposure to where it's doing damage to you. So I'm gonna pull that up. By the way, before I do that, just want to show you guys, if anybody on here follows me on Instagram and or wants to get in contact with me or wants to get some tattoos, I have some designs available. I'm getting all sloppy with this. I so wish that I can put this like picture in picture, and I'm not sure how I can do that. I'm like really novice and rookie to the like streaming and being on YouTube and being live. But I will get to the bottom of it, and I think that would be pretty cool. But I think those would be some sick forearm tattoos, or like the side of a leg, like the side of a calf. Yeah, those are cool. And those are just things that I work on when I have a little bit of downtime, and I'm just like, yeah, man, I just wanna do some cool. I wanna do something tight. I wanna do something right. So here I go, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and pull up that file of me designing my buddy Steve's torso. Here we go again. Same old shit, baby, just a different day. Here we go again. Yo, I don't think it's this far down. Please bear with me, guys. I'm sorry. I didn't have this. I should have freaking pulled this up before I decided to tell you guys that I was gonna do it. That would have been probably a really good idea. So then I would have it on file, or at least pretty readily available for myself. This is giving me anxiety vibes. I got some anxiety vibes. B would be my choice, but those are amazing. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, man. I'll take that compliment, man. I really appreciate that. Guys, bear with me. I am going to find this. Bang. Same old shit, nigga. Just here you go again. Yeah, because the thing about it is like, I don't even want to. I'm gonna do it after. You know what I mean? I'm gonna show you after, bro. Because the thing about it is, I have so many. There's so many pictures and files and stuff. Damn. But I just had it. What happened? just happened? Dude, I thought I just like deleted it. It just like, dude, I thought I just deleted it. Like I was like, what happened? Because I was gonna like come out and show you guys how many files I have. Like just dog. Bo, 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 bo. Just files, my G. So here we go. So this is the line work, right? That's the line work to that tattoo we did. You know what I mean? So, but check, peep game, video, time lapse, right? I'm gonna bring this up. And I'm gonna hit this button, and you're gonna see all the designs that I went through. Boom, 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 just to get to this final, you know? And that's cool. That's awesome because you get to see other people's perspective and what they believe is cool, what they find would work best. And, you know, that's the best therapy. That's the best place to be at, is when you're like fully understanding that you are sharing this planet with other people. As much as you want to do everything structured and move in a specific direction, you always have to kind of remember that you're in this ecosystem of other people. And especially someone like myself, where I'm trying to sell my services to others, it's probably in my best interest to kind of see what people's perspective is on things, what people think about, what people's faith system is. All of that is always going to benefit me, you know. There's never a place where, you know, you can have too much information. You know, can you have information paralysis, paralysis by analysis? Sure. There's just like we were just talking about, there's plenty of things and situations where if you overdo it, it's going to be a trash situation. It's just about finding that perfect balance. But, you know, I'm of the mindset that you can't learn enough. You can't know enough. And knowing and learning and putting all that stuff into practice is going to give you the best odds possible. Yeah. So here we go. Here we go again. Guys, I'm going to time lapse replay. Enough with the talk. Let's go. Boom. So look, I was just like, yo, let's do the heart, like, you know, the glowing heart with some smoke or whatever. Or let's do, you know, Michael Myers, yo, because, yo, she'll be sick. You know what I mean? Bang, boom. And, yo, and I put, like, all these elements, and you'll see. I'm kind of going to go through it. Man, we could do that. Yo, that would be sick. You know, with the boom, with the holiday, boom, yo, we could. Damn. Boom. Going to the skulls, going to. You guys see how many designs I went through here trying to find what we were gonna do. So this perfect example, dog, of like, dude, how many designs? Was it 6, 7? I'm just kind of going through the process, man, and trying to find what works, what looks cool, what's gonna be best. And this is what I sent him initially, and he really liked this. That's my wife, guys, by the way, trying to get a hold of me. I'm sorry, it's not an emergency. I'm pretty sure she's at work. I'll get with her. We're gonna go to lunch, but I am going to get this video done first and kind of shift. So that's our final right there, guys. You see me, I pulled up that reference, try to see where am I gonna do my makeup, where am I gonna do this, that, bang. And that was our final design right there, boss. And then you can see me do that stencil, which is that red outlining over the actual piece of art that I decided that we were gonna use for that stomach panel. And you can see, happy wife, happy life, don't upset her. No, sir. No, sir. It doesn't work that way, my friend. I am in the middle of doing something in particular. So unless it's an emergency, which I doubt very heavily, it has to wait for a couple of minutes. So it'll be okay. I will get to her shortly. And believe it or not, she'll understand. I'll say, hey, I was shooting a YouTube live video. You know, I know we're supposed to bang. And then that was it, you know? Thank you very much, man. So we're at 30 minutes. And like I said, let me go ahead and show you guys one more time what this video was about. So it was all about me collaborating with my client and just coming to a final design that we were both really happy with. And today's topic is all about collaboration with systems, collaboration with technology, collaborations with your client, collaborations with self, understanding what makes you happy, what makes you tick. Are you after the sauce? Are you after the next level? I am. If you guys are interested in possibly seeing more artwork from me, please chime in. I'm still going up to those 500 subscribers. If you can like, comment, and subscribe on any one of my videos, whether it's past or present, and or be on the lookout because I'm constantly going to be going live and I'm still going 500 or bust. Thank you very much, guys. I appreciate you and have a good rest of your day.